Hi Aries, welcome to your weekly love reading. What's going on this week for you in terms of love? Okay, we have the Seven of Cups and the Six of Wands. So they're feeling very validated by your connection. It's not necessarily a bad thing. They're feeling uplifted. Definitely feelings of love. 6, 6, number of love. So there's a white horse here. Whenever I see a white horse, it's the path of your highest good. So they have this deep knowing, even if they cannot make sense of it in their mind, they have this deep knowing that your connection is for their highest good in some kind of way. And it's about coming out of some sort of adversity within themselves or within their lives, or they're not sure what it is, but they're coming out of black and white thinking as well. Maybe they're realizing that love isn't as black and white as what the society makes out it is, because they're very much wanting to, whatever path they go down in their 3D life, they're very much wanting to carry you with them, like your energy. They may feel like you have an unbreakable bond. Seven of Cups is about illusions, confusions, daydreaming, options. So yeah, they're definitely thinking a lot about you. Again, there may be certain decisions that they need to make, but they just know right now that it's not time to make those decisions. They've made a little decision to not think about that too much right now, because it scares them. So they trust in the divine, going with the flow right now, or they're trying to. But they feel like if they think about things too much, then they'll be in emotional turmoil, confusion. So they may be trying to distract themselves for something, maybe work or something. What's this Two of Swords about, please? Okay, so we have the King and the Queen. Actually, they're different suits. I thought they were the same because of the colours. Okay, so there's the sunflower here again. Okay, Two of Swords. They feel like they're on a tightrope because they have deep romantic feelings for you. You may be sending them a lot of light, a lot of love, a lot of truth. And you may be in this confusion as well. It's like you're feeling this magnetic pull, you're feeling this draw to each other, but everything I'm saying about this person, it's mirroring within you as well. For some of you, anyway. So Two of Swords. Yeah, they're feeling this pull to you, is what I'm feeling. Very strongly. But yeah, they feel, that's making them feel that they're on some sort of tightrope, one false move, and they're afraid that they will have made the wrong sort of decision. Or Lovers. They feel you have a very divine connection. It is very much watched over by spirit. When they escape into themselves, they're thinking about you a lot. Taking a lot of alone time, but then I feel like it's making them fear that they're disconnecting too much from their day-to-day life, or if they have a relationship with someone else. And so, you know, they don't want that either. Okay, so let's look at the messages from the heart cards. What they're thinking and feeling about you at this time. Wedding. Okay, so someone may be married, or someone may be getting married. It says getting married, lifelong commitment, soulmates, happiness, union, married, settling down. Okay, so in some cases you may have met this person when they're going into a deeper state of commitment with someone else. Could be you, could be both of you. You know, maybe both of you are with someone where you have these plans of them being your lifelong partner, and then you've met each other and it's this divine connection. So it's basically like, what do we do with this? How do we integrate this? How can we have both, kind of thing, maybe? And I don't feel, well, in some cases, a small amount, it will be about having an affair, but in most cases I feel like you're both very loving, very caring people, so you wouldn't want anyone to get hurt, kind of thing. So it's like, right now basically this person's like, what do we do with this energy, because this divine connection is here. And yeah, they maybe with someone else, kind of thing. How do we integrate this? What are we supposed to do with this? What's the universe trying to tell me here? You have a very powerful telepathic bond. Multi-dimensional connection, feeling each other's emotions, mind reading, connected through space and time, pure communication. What are you thinking and feeling? And I just want to say that a lot of people in this twin flame community, they have the opinion, I'm not necessarily saying it's right or wrong, but they have the opinion that if you meet a twin flame, then you're definitely meant to be with them in the 3D, and other connections are just like an obstacle, and you're just meant to learn things from that. But ultimately you're meant to end up with your twin flame, or that intense soul connection. And sometimes I feel that will be true, but I don't feel like that's always the case. Okay? Bitterness, anger, resentment, jealousy, silent treatment, arguments, cold shoulder, ghosting, criticizing. Okay, so because you have a deep telepathic bond, they may be picking up that you may have pulled away, or someone may have pulled away a little bit here, and because it was getting a bit too much, the confusion, the thinking, the overthinking, where there's just a need to relax and let the truth reveal itself, kind of thing. Maybe someone's feeling a bit of bitterness, or there may be some drama that's coming up in their day-to-day life, because this connection has been a catalyst to some sort of drama, which may well lead to, and will lead to, greater clarity and greater healing in the long run. So maybe they're going through some sort of bitterness in their day-to-day life. What they're thinking and feeling about you. And they may have bitterness about you in some way right now. I don't feel like it's a major deal. Shatter. Sudden change, shocking transformation, endings, wake-up call, end of an era, blessing in disguise. Yeah, so that's why there's not so much clarity right now. There's confusion because there is that tower moment. Things, whatever that may be, falling away to at a later date bring some sort of clarity. Love letter, written communication of feelings, expressing heartfelt truths, reaching out, missing you. So they either want to communicate with you, or maybe you're already in some sort of communication. Maybe you're the one that's feeling a bit all over the place. Maybe they're feeling a bit bitter because they feel like you're rejecting them or something. How are they feeling about you at this time? Yeah, insecure, anxious, low self-esteem, poor self-image, nervous, not feeling good enough, mind games. So they may be feeling insecure in this connection with you. They may be feeling insecure in their life because of this connection. So yeah, it's a little bit of turbulent times at the moment. Love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So this is a connection of pure unconditional love. Golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. It's interesting. I don't feel like this person is a narcissist, or you are. Let's see what this is about. What's this narcissist energy about? Three of Cups. Okay, so there may be, that could indicate third parties here, maybe a little bit narcissistic. Interesting. Wheel of Fortune. Someone's been thrown off the wheel. Okay, Spirit is saying that whatever problems were going on in this person's life or in their karmic relationship or whatever it is, they've been exasperated recently. Those issues have been brought up even more within that connection, and it's because this person is in a new vibration and they're thinking about you, and so someone's been feeling neglected. Someone may be feeling sort of pushed away because your person is thinking about you and this connection that they have with you. So maybe that is why this bitterness and shatter and the Five of Wands came up. Golden mirror. Self-absorbed. I feel that's more about your person going like inwards. Maybe someone else, their partner or whatever, felt neglected or something. But this can also be a bit of an energy of, you know, at the start I said feeling very validated by this connection that you share. Maybe you've both got a little bit of ego involved, and I feel like that's natural, that's normal. But trying to come back into balance, not getting too carried away with the emotions. You have Cupid's arrow, hope, faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation or meeting, hesitation. So yeah, this connection you have with this person, you're brought together by the divine, and it may well have come as a surprise. Interesting, it says hesitation here. Yeah, because this was unexpected. It's very inconvenient perhaps to what's going on in this person or both of your 3D lives, but nonetheless it's, in a way, it's like a welcome inconvenience, but fearful as well. We have Axe, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. Okay, so yeah, I do feel like, because this person's been thinking about you a lot and trying to figure out what this connection is, it's made someone else feel abandoned. Maybe they've gone for a breakup or something, or they are thinking about that, or someone just feels neglected. Silent treatment. And then stop the pattern, okay? I feel there's a lot of thinking about patterns in relationships and why is this happening? Have I met this person just to highlight some sort of pattern that I need to look into and heal within relationships? What are they thinking and feeling at this time? Hand of Cards. Take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. So yeah, this person's just thinking about what do they do, basically. Take a chance, take a risk. They're trying to be strategic. There's different options, different choices. Not showing their hand. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. They're going inwards right now. And gambling. That may be like, that Two of Swords may be, should I take a risk or not? But right now they're not going to. And that's fine. Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. That sums it up. Yeah, they may be like, at the bottom of the deck I'm seeing Runner. They may be feeling seduced. They may be thinking, have I met you to highlight my patterns of being some sort of runner? Because like I said, I feel this person has a pattern, because they're naturally quite a reserved person. They have a pattern of being in relationships where people are trying to constantly get them to come out of their shell, and that's very uncomfortable for them. They don't feel accepted for who they are. They may be sort of punished for being a little bit withdrawn, all things like that. They recognise that similarity within you, so they may be like, is this connection highlighting my pattern of running away, by being withdrawn? Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So they may not be trusting their own judgment right now. What are they thinking and feeling? We have throat chakra, connect with spirit. Heart chakra, radiate warmth and sincerity. And base chakra, self-sufficiency. Yeah, I do feel like this person is very self-sufficient. And the Spirit's saying they were seeking some sort of freedom. They felt caged in some kind of way. Meeting you was like a feeling of freedom. They could think of you, they could feel the energy, they could feel the love without being caged in. And it may be some sort of pattern that they felt in all their relationships, feeling caged in or something. Connect with spirit. I develop a quiet mind that allows me to tune in and get in touch with my higher self or my spirit. Okay, so their mind's been a bit all over the place, but they do have this awareness that they need to relax, just to quieten their mind, to allow them to tune into the knowledge from spirit. That it says, I listen for the guidance that is there waiting for me to hear. I open to the truth and I welcome spiritual inspiration from others. I will benefit greatly by practicing meditation and stillness. I ask for inner guidance to assist me in getting more in touch with my spirit. I know that if I ask for guidance, it will be given. Okay, so they're very much trying to find the truth, get to the bottom of the truth of your connection, or some sort of decision. But they're in the stages of trying to find clarity. Radiate warmth and sincerity. I am open to sharing, accepting, communicating and connecting with others as I focus on this moment, not the past or the future. A smile, a kind-hearted way of speaking, or a hug goes a long way towards uplifting others. I offer care and support where I can without rescuing. I nurture and respect my relationships. So yeah, this person has a big heart. They radiate warmth. I feel like even amongst this confusion, they will still be like, show warmth and compassion. Self-sufficiency. By finding material security without being materialistic, I will gain satisfaction, stability, and inner strength. I am resourceful. I put in the effort to be responsible for supplying fundamental needs in my life, such as shelter, food, water, and clothing. I take responsibility for where I now find myself in life. As I move forwards, I get in touch with and trust my innate wisdom, which tells me that I will be provided with all I need. Okay, so what I'm hearing here is they may feel like someone is very dependent upon them in like the 3D, maybe financially, materialistically, or someone is a bit needy of them in general. It could be emotionally as well, most likely is, and they're very drawn to you because they see you're a balanced individual. They see that you're not needy. They see that you're very capable and independent, and that's kind of what they desire, because they don't want to feel that 10 of Wands, feeling burdened, feeling pressured all the time, because that's making them feel kind of caged in. They're thinking and feeling about you. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. They see you as someone that's very kind, very giving, very loving. Birth as a portal, a rebirth since meeting you. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Okay, so I'm actually seeing this as in their physical 3D connection or relationship, or within their community in the 3D, they felt isolation. And in meeting you, it's like there's a distance between you, but you connect in the higher realms. They feel understood. They feel that feeling of home. They don't feel alone anymore. You're not alone. And that is why they love you so much and value the connection so much. That's why you're brought together. You're on the same frequency. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So yeah, a lot of awakenings happening right now for this person. A lot of activation, which may be causing some sort of drama, either internally or externally or both. It's time for integration. Thinking, how can I integrate this into me, into my life? We're going to look at the universal love. So what action are they taking now? They're going inwards. They're daydreaming a lot. You may be connecting in dreams as well, healing things in the higher dimensions through that dream state. Interesting. It looks like tears almost from her eye, and one eye's hidden. And it's like they're seeing the truth, but they're hiding the connection from the world around them because they have to. Tears, it's like they love this connection so much, but it brings about a lot of fear, upheaval, sadness, worry, anxiety at the same time, as it's meant to. They feel a lot of abundance, joy, happiness, all this energy from the heart, from love. They may be spending a lot of time in nature, or they may need to in order to ground themselves and feel that balance. I feel like they're looking at nature as if they've just been born, kind of thing, like looking at the world around them through these new eyes, seeing all the beauty and the miracles in everything in life, in nature especially. Birth, that's very interesting. We had birth as a portal. Okay, so obviously it could be someone's having a child or something, but the overall energy here, the more general energy here is the universe, spirit has created a rebirth here. Amazing. Fear. Yeah, I'm not surprised this has come out. And that's a natural part of this, okay? This is just a stage in which this connection is in, the place of fear. Okay? So they're not going to really be taking much action in the 3D, and that's fine. It's right now a time of integration, of trying to find clarity, but clarity will come with time. Clarity won't necessarily come from searching for it in the mind. Clarity will come through the passage of time and relaxation. So I'm going to finish this reading with a Rumi Oracle card. What is the really powerful message that you need to hear? We have Sacred Soul Sister. 3 and 7 equals 10. So yeah, definitely endings and new beginnings. 37. Sacred Soul Sister starts off with a poem by Rumi. When you are conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you are beyond consciousness, the moon rests in your arms. When you are conscious, the beloved moves out of your reach. When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. When you are conscious, you are depressed like fall. When you are beyond consciousness, the winter cold feels like spring. All your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for instability until you become stable. Okay, so this is talking about them feeling very unstable right now, and that's why you may feel like they've taken their energy back, they've withdrawn their energy a bit. But it says look for instability until you become stable. So that is really saying embrace instability, try and integrate the fears that come up from that roller coaster of emotions. Don't make like rash decisions, things like that, okay? Just go with the flow. I love you. I am your other self. I am with you always, your partner on this soul journey. I am the you that you do not see. I am the you that speaks through intuition and instinct. I whisper and sing and shout my crazed truth-telling to you through your dreams, through your body. I am the you that is wise, that trusts in life, that knows. I am the you that sees reality rather than appearance. I am the you that knows how to be happy and free. I'm just going to pause it here for a second. I just paused it because when it comes to an hour, it saves the video, then starts automatically recording again. But sometimes, you know, as it's doing that, it misses out a little bit of what I'm recording. Okay. There is a valid point of view that we travel this path of our life journey alone. Our deepest descents into the psyche happen alone. We meet death alone and come into the world alone. And yet there is a vaster perspective that we are never alone, that it would be impossible to really be alone. We are connected to all of life, and there is no such thing as being alone in reality, only in limited and temporary perception. As if such community were not enough, there is a partner, an ally, who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond again and again. You have a sacred sister, a sister of your soul. She weaves the stories of truth through dreams and insights that come upon you as if from nowhere. Perhaps they drop into your mind or seem to erupt from within you, but that is her talking to you, demanding or reassuring, depending on what the occasion best calls for at the moment. Her truths may seem overly dramatic, so you may discount them as workings of an overactive imagination, or perhaps her truth tales are so subtle you dismiss them as meaningless, fleeting fancy. The wise ones know, however, that the truths of the Sacred Soul Sister are powerful, relevant, and worthy of time and attention. They know her oftentimes strange and startling offerings hold the keys to unlock entire worlds, to open up new realities, and to transform the nature of our existence from the deepest and most esoteric spiritual levels to the most palpable, practical, daily realities of our living bodies in the physical world. Your Sacred Soul Sister is your partner in consciousness. Make no mistake, she is you. She is just the part of you so great you cannot always see her from your conscious mind. It is sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole self, which is a bit tricky, for as it moves to see its rear, so the rear is moving along too. So rather than through direct perception, the Sacred Soul Sister is met through reflection. She can be received in those moments of rest where great ideas are born. She is a genius, you see, vastly creative and inspired. Her words are those we access in sleep and meditation, or absorbing engagement in activity where the mind can relax and drop into realities far more vast than those of daily life and be replenished. To tap into her wisdom, to distill a teaching from the fragmented memory of a dream or a subtle feeling experienced in meditation requires that you walk with her gait, and not the fast-paced, forward-moving canter of your conscious and intellectual mind. Her gait is meandering and apparently unstudied, yet she is in deep concentration, to feel for truth of movement, to allow for what is emerging to express itself through her, and she is listening rather than demanding to know, to force, to speak, and to direct. To receive her genius and benefit most fully from it requires a willingness to surrender logic and open up to inspiration, to become empty, to let the mind soften and become receptive, open, and permeable. She delivers questions that lead to answers, but not according to demands issued by an insecure and fearful mind. She offers what is genuinely needed and answers the deepest questions of the heart. She is trustworthy, this sister. She cannot betray truth. Therefore, she can be relied upon as a faithful way-shower for the heart. So to commune with her, wise as that impulse is, requires that you learn the ways of her world and the strange symbolic language that she speaks. She will never tell you what you already know. Why be so inefficient? No, she prefers to educate, elucidate, intrigue and beguile, as you are drawn into far more beautiful, powerful and helpful truths. So in her world, and in her language you must suspend your need to immediately understand. Let yourself absorb the imagery, the feelings and the possibilities, to dwell, ponder and be permeated by the wisdom. The appearance of a horse may signify your own spiritual being, and the appearance of you may signify a false sense of identity and not the real you at all. You may see desert landscapes and moonlit nights in your dreams. When so much inner growth is happening, you will soon bloom like the springtime. You may dream of charging up hills with great energy, when in your physical world you can barely muster enough strength to get out of bed in the morning. What does this all mean? This apparent contrary, world upside down, nothing is as it seems, symbolism. The meaning is the communication, and the communication is received in repose, in reflection, in quietness and rest. And you must trust her and trust yourself. When something needs to be known, so it shall be. This is necessary, so much less than what we expect. Your lack of knowing is not ignorance. Your unknowingness is your bowing to life with trust. She has come to you through this oracle to remind you that everything is all right, that she has your back, no matter what appearances may seem to be to your more limited dog eyes consciousness in the light of day. She is guiding you with her wider knowledge through circumstances and situations that are ultimately going to free you into greater love than you've ever known, no matter whether you feel like a rat in a maze or a bewildered drunk stumbling through labyrinth back alleyways, trying to find your way home again. No matter how out of control life may seem, she's letting you know all is proceeding just as it should, and that her will shall manifest. Her will is your wholeness, your completion. Her will must manifest and shall, because her will is nature. It is growth. It is God. She is God in you now. Remember that, and you'll realize, if you don't mind the ending being told before the last chapter, that everything's going to be okay. This oracle comes with particular guidance also. You know something deep in your bones without knowing how or why, or without particular reason. You just know. It doesn't make sense, but you know. It may be joy that you know. It may be that you know to avoid a certain situation. It may be that something is going to work out beautifully despite appearances to the contrary at a particular moment. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. This oracle comes as confirmation that your knowing, mysterious as it is your sacred soul sister talking through you. Trust it and act, or not, accordingly. And if this reading has really resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, write a comment, and subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already. So thank you so much for joining me here. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.